Hey, what's up guys, Illustrial here. Welcome to our latest video. Today I've got something a little bit special for you. This is the first episode of a brand new feature which is being hosted on Rune Radio by Quackyz and Power of Five. The weekly talk show named RuneTalk will cover RuneScape topics, RuneZone topics, and anything you, the community, wish to talk about. It runs every Sunday from around 7 till 8 PM GMT on Rune Radio. There's a link to that in the description if you want to listen in. So if you want to get interactive with it, make sure you're tuned in then. The weekly episode will be uploaded here, so you can catch up if you miss any of it. But I unfortunately did turn up a couple of minutes late to this episode, so I did miss the initial parts. But fortunately, there wasn't much to catch up on even. But without further ado, here is the first ever episode of RuneTalk.
Do not follow what Illustrial just did by getting here 20 seconds into the show, saying that.
No. It's not. It's literally just ticked over on my clock.
Well, it's still passed on my clock.
Okay, yeah, whatever.
And we have Illustrial here.
Oh, we started already.
Yes, we're on air, Illustrial.
Hi guys, hi everybody. I didn't miss much.
So, we're going to be we have a few lists of talk show topics which are in the chat, by the way, Illustrial, since you weren't here when we went through it with Josh. Talk about close.
Great.
So yeah, feel free to send in your own talk show topics, anything you would like us to talk about for this week. So each week we'll have different rules on this, but for the first one, nothing too in-depth, but feel free to send in whatever. So do you want to start with the first talk show topic from the list? It can be any one of your choice. John?
I'll let Illustrial go on.
Honestly.
Should we start at the top? God statues, which was this week's update.
Sure.
So, Illustrial, have you actually done the God statues?
No, not yet. I actually haven't. I've seen a couple of videos on them, but I've just literally not bothered.
Why you don't?
No, I should have done. You know, I should have made a video on them. I should have played the content. I should have done all this in preparation for the show. But you know, in typical Illustrial fashion, I thought, what's the point?
The other thing is, Illustrial, wasn't the whole idea of you joining us to record this?
I am recording this.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Anyway,
Preparation.
first time for everything.
Is that Nathan?
Nathan, yeah.
Hi Nathan, we are live. Yes.
Yeah, I'll tell him to shush.
Okay. Anyway, God
statues.
statues. As neither of you have actually done it, Josh says he's got an idea of what it's about.
Yeah, you put pieces together and get experience. There you go.
Not really, actually.
I have no idea.
Basically, there are 4 spots around RuneScape where you can go help the sculptor out, and it's kind of like a little mini puzzle. So you get told how high the scaffolding needs to be and what the low point of the scaffolding is as well, and you get told how much scaffolding you need to use. So it's sort of a puzzle to figure out trial and error how high each stack needs to be, and there's 5 stacks altogether. It's quite quick.
Yeah, I did it in like 20 minutes, and that's me.
And for it being a D&D, I thought it was all right. It was.
You can only do it once a month, though.
Yeah, I think for what it is, I think it's quite good.
What are the XP rates like? Do you know?
Not a clue because I'm
Oh, I have 99 construction, and I get 20k each one.
So it's
Okay,
level
that's not
based.
So it's decent. But kind of annoying because I got 99 the day before it came out. And I got 99 woodcutting the day before Ivy. So it's this Jagex thing.
They don't like you, do they?
Nah. But we've got a talk show topic from Hell Norman, which is the Calphite King. And actually DX has sent that one in as well. So, and DX says, will you attempt it when it comes out?
Oh yeah, Illustrial should totally make a video when it comes out.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, there is plans to make a video on it because obviously it's a big piece of content. You know, it's a massive boss. It's something that I've personally been waiting for since.
We should plan an RZ event for it, and then Illustrial will have an excuse to record it.
I always have an excuse to record it anyway. Just, you know, it's big content. I've been waiting for this since RuneFest 2011 when they announced it. So, you know, it's something I'm really looking forward to. Although Jagex, you know, they always do this. They always release good bits of content, you know, around exam time. So
That's the excuse, isn't it?
Well, no, that's the excuse as to why I won't be doing it for like 8 hours a day or something. So I'll still make a video on it. It's just I won't have enough time to play it as much. I won't be able to learn the tactics. I won't be able to camp it for the drops. Things like that. It'll just be a boss, and I'll cover it in a video, and then that'll be that. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. They aren't saying it's going to be the hardest boss yet.
Yeah, I've never done any bosses apart from King Black Dragon and the Mole.
Oh, that's not very good, is it?
I don't think Mole really counts as
How
a
many
boss.
how many times did you die on both of them, Kathy?
I've never died via the Mole. Yeah, never died via the Mole. But I died several times at King Black Dragon.
Oh.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
They're abusive to me. Anyway, the next one. Should we go on to? What should we go on to? The new skills.
Yeah, new skills could be interesting.
So it's not going to be sailing.
Yeah.
Sure.
We figured out what it was in TeamSpeak earlier. It's bank standing and lobby sitting. That's the
I
two
can
new.
do that. I can do that.
Level 99 bank standing coming through.
No.
Level 120.
120. Do you think it's going to be a 120 or just 299s?
120 would be cool because then all the people who are getting max will work for it.
One of each.
And you'll have to watch them work and be like, ha, I
Well,
have
think
no
about-
idea.
The thing about max capes, I don't think 120 dungeoneering is a requirement for a max cape, so they'll probably just make it 99 base requirement for the max
Comp
cape.
cape, though.
If you wanted the comp cape, you have to get obviously 120.
Yeah.
I mean,
think-
120 and 2 skills. That's a lot of playtime probably required.
I don't think they'll make another 120 skill for a while. I think
They might make one of them 120. They're probably not both 120.
it depends. The reason Dungeoneering is 120 is because there's a lot of content for it, and if these new skills are going to be as big as Dungeoneering is,
It's a mini game.
exactly, it is effectively a mini game in that it's got so many elements to it, and because it's a skill as well, they need the extra levels to bring all the different elements in.
Mhm.
And if the new skill is going to be as big as that, then it could end up being a 120 skill. But as far as I know, I don't know anything about the new skill. Does anyone know anything?
I don't think so. Didn't last time they had a banner?
Is it something to do with like gathering or something like that?
Yeah, one of them's a gathering skill. I know that much.
And then the other one's
be
production.
Yeah. A bit like mining and smithing. But
I know they're keeping this one very close to their chest. I mean, we've not had any form of kind of tease as a fan site. We've had nothing. I don't think. I mean, depends when they're planning on bringing it out. Really, I mean, it could still be in early development, and we might not see it
If
until
it's-
October.
yeah, and didn't last time they had a banner with the guy with the skill cape and everything, and because there was the boat with the island, everyone thought it was sailing, but it was in fact the place Demonheim or whatever. And so even then, it isn't obvious ever because it's Jagex in many ways. So
I don't know. I think an interesting question, or something that said in the chat box that made me think is, will any of them be free to play? And
No.
would they ever bring out another free to play skill?
Dungeoneering was free to play.
I know there was some talk at some point about fletching maybe going free to play and skills like that.
No, Jagex wouldn't do that. They need the money too badly.
I see your point, but I don't think anyone specifically buys membership to say, "Ooh, I want to train fletching."
Yeah,
So maybe give them like fletching, another crap member skill like Herblore. No, nobody. Herblore.
Herblor's good because you can make like overloads and stuff.
Yeah,
maybe
but
give them
I'd
like maybe give them basic Herblore like attack, strength, defense potions. Well, then they need farming, wouldn't they? So no. that's about
Agility.
Actually, they could get agility.
What?
It's kind of a standalone skill, isn't it? So.
Yeah, to be honest, with
Yeah.
resting these days, you could possibly give some sort of low-level free-to-play agility arena in.
And I know they have lots of shortcuts you can't do because it always bugs me when you're in free to play for like an event or something and you're in the GE, you need to go to Edgeville and you can't use that tunnel.
It's annoying, isn't it?
Yeah,
Um,
that's always bugged me.
I don't know. A lot of the member skills always seem to be sort of interrelated, so it's kind of hard to say which one should be separated.
Construction's standalone.
Construction is too big, I think. They're reworking construction, so I think it wouldn't be something they could really give to free to play.
I don't think they'd give anything to free to play because the whole idea is members is better. We want you to buy members because otherwise this game can't keep running.
I think it's still important that free to play do get something. I mean, when was
the
last kind of? I know that the free to play already have a lot of content to play through, but I'm just trying to look at the list of skills and see what maybe potentially free to play could get, because fletching obviously they could probably get, because that's a bit of a
what they might get is the gathering skill is free to play, but then they can't, like a bit like woodcutting is free to play, but fletching is members.
Yeah,
something like that.
With woodcutting, you have fire making, so it's there's sort of two production skills involved with woodcutting, really, isn't there?
True.
Yeah.
But it would make it slightly more annoying for free to play, meaning they'd buy the skills, which is a Jagexy thing to do, looking at it from the market sense. But looking at it as a giving free to play, they'd still have that skill to train.
Well, I mean, if you look at the skills list, quite a lot of them already are free to play, or a reasonable amount are free to play. I'd say it's about half, roughly.
Yeah.
I think there's there's 25 skills, 9 members. So free to play do obviously have 16.
14 or some 16.
16.
I'm not taught set in maths at all.
I am, so it's a good thing you got me.
Yes.
Is it a good
Have
thing?
you done time yet, Illustrial?
Have I done time? What do you mean, have I done time?
Since you're top set in maths.
Yeah. Is this a joke? I don't know.
Yes.
McDonald's was more important.
Did you tell them where I was?
No.
Well, basically, the reason I'm late, I was only a few minutes late. God, stop holding it against me. I was at McDonald's with Nathan eating some nice food.
Yeah, I'm burning down the McDonald's near you.
There's another one just over there.
Ooh, King Liam. King Liam.
There's two then. Anyway, How Norman says, what do you think about gambling on RuneScape? Josh, you coughed? That's a volunteer.
No, dang it. I hate it. I don't like it. There's no point.
But what if you win tons? Would you like it? Like, say,
I would never do it. That's the thing. I'd never actually go to them and say I want to bet.
It's kind of like anything could be seen as gambling, though.
I earn my money legit.
Dancing for money.
Yeah.
See, with gambling, I admit I used to be a bit of a staking addict. I don't know. How long ago was this? This was nearly 2 years ago now. It's a bit of a staking addict. I had about 100 mil bank, so it wasn't. Back then it was a fair bit, but nowadays 100 mil bank it's not really that a lot. But I staked my way up to just under a bill, and then I got cleaned, and then it was just kind of depressing, really. But gambling as a whole, it's okay. But I mean, I don't mind like jewelry and staking. That's fine.
Well, that's different. You're doing something for it.
Well, yeah, it's like controlled, like box staking, things like that.
There's something that Jagex actually put into the game other than
this.
Yeah, with like hot and cold, and you had your dice game back in the day. It's just it does ruin the game because there's no how do I word this? Basically, a lot like there's a select few people which have the majority of the wealth in the game, because you've got people with like 250 bill banks. They're making so much money from this. Whereas in places like the duel arena, it's a 50-50 chance. It can go either way. One person can make money, one person can lose money. But with Flower Game, you have people that are scamming. You have obviously odds in favour of the host, and it is kind of ruining the distribution of wealth among the game. You got these people, as I say, with vast amounts of wealth, and you got these people that think, oh, I've got 10 mil, I might try and hot and cold my way up, and then they get cleaned, and then it's a lesson learnt for them. But if gambling wasn't in the game, I don't think it would be a massive problem, because gambling it does cause its problems. I think RuneScape without it would probably be better.
Yeah, I don't gamble at all because I'm a mean person. I won't give anyone money unless I get something back or it's a charity, to be honest. Not just because of the 50-50. I just don't see the point. And whilst I understand the distribution of wealth and that, surely it's their fault if they go and gamble.
Well, yeah, it's their fault. They're stupid enough to go and waste their bank on that sort
And
of
if you
thing.
think about it, scamming and hosting, you're clever enough to do it. It's technically you're clever enough to make the money in that way, and it's kind of like you're not happy with it, just leave it, ignore it. You can't do anything about it. Obviously, you can have the discussions, but what can you actually do?
I just really don't like the hot and cold people. That's all I have to say on that.
I've heard people who have done it, and this was back with dicing, but a friend of mine basically did dicing and managed to buy skills with it. But I mean, the trouble with it really, I think, is that a lot of people scam.
Yeah.
And there's not 100% way of controlling it, and I don't think Jagex would ever look to implement something that could, because it's not really the best thing for RuneScape either. So I'm not keen on the idea of...
I guess. Shall we move on to Unique's topic, who asks for the final thoughts on EOC? I think everyone just accepted EOC now, and we just get on with it personally.
I haven't.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Oh.
I think they did EOC in the wrong way around. They tried to be nice and give us a beta, but what that in fact did was mean that people could jump between beta and what was still in the game at the time, and people sort of, because they weren't forced it upon them, they didn't really try it and give it a reasonable go.
The people who don't like...
So they obviously came back and went...
Yeah. The people who don't like beta hate EOC more, because beta is worse than the actual EOC. So it's almost as if Jagex have given us, this is what we could have given you, but we've given you this, so we like it more.
I in the beta, back when it was around, I honestly did like no combat whatsoever. I went to Nex a few times, but most of it was just messing around, doing like, I did a bit of hot and cold on the beta as well. Why not? Just going back to the other point there, but the beta, I think they didn't kind of, as you say, they didn't force it upon you enough. I mean, at times there was 6-7 people playing on the beta at any one point, and that's not enough to kind of gather feedback from the whole community. I mean, I think when they started restricting the access to the beta, that was a bad move. I think they should have just allowed everybody on it. Yes, it would have been crowded the first few days, but as the numbers slowly died down, it'd still be a lot of people on there, but it'd be controllable. It wouldn't be as hectic.
It still was crowded.
At times it was empty though. It was crowded for the majority.
Yeah, at the weekend it was busy, but during the week it was dead, because on the weekend they had, I think, about 10-15 worlds, and then during the week there was 2, and you'd get about 2 or 3 people on each world. I think they tried to be good, but in a way they gave people some bad misconceptions about it. When I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's too much of a change. I think pretty much if you set momentum up, sit there for 10 minutes, mute your action bar, it's pretty much the exact same as it was.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. It means I can't AFK, but that means I don't forget what I'm doing and die or go to the lobby, which is a bad habit.
I log in, do squeal spins, log out. There you go.
Which is probably why you haven't
player
got used
report.
to EOC, because
Because
you
I
haven't
think
played it.
have I just reminded Illustrial to do his spins?
I know you should remind me to do my player report. I'm just loading it now.
Oh,
Thank you.
I haven't
Oh,
done
no.
that yet.
In regards to kind of EOC, I obviously, for a lot of reasons, would prefer the original game, but EOC, as you say, I've just come to accept it now. It's not going anywhere. I don't mind. I don't hate it as much as some people do. I mean, it's tolerable. I just think the old version was better. The old system was better, and it's quite confusing to have to relearn the game, because I go for a Slayer task. I had I think it was a Hellhound Slayer task the other day. And I'm like, right, what's the best weapon to use? I spent a couple of minutes just researching that. It's not as simple as, I can use whatever I want because most things are going to be fairly effective against it. It's now, you pretty much have to use this or you're not going to hit.
Although Dan sent you the sheet thingy, didn't he?
Yeah, I couldn't find. I didn't bookmark it. I did now though. I had to go find it.
Also, if you use your Slayer gem to contact your Slayer Master, they'll tell you what their weakness is.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But we didn't need to use that
Yeah.
last time.
No, we didn't. I mean, back in the day, most Slayer tasks, could easily be done with melee. There'd be the occasional exception where you might want to use range or mage, but most of the time melee was the way forward. And this game is predominantly melee. I think there's people it's just the easier option. I mean, I log in game. What have I got on? I've got melee gear at the moment. I look around. Most people have melee gear on. No one's. I can see why they've done it. They want to try and broaden it out, make people use range and mage a bit more, and help rebalance the combat triangle a bit. But it has made things just that little bit more confusing.
Magic's dominant now, isn't it?
I'd say magic is a lot more.
I think people use magic at next, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to my mum and she was just going, it was totally dominant. I'm like, well, I don't fight. It's simple.
You just train construction, don't you?
Construction's not bad. It's good.
It costs a lot of money.
I've got a maxed house, two sets of demonic thrones, 50 mil that for 2.
Why?
Because it looks good.
That's what I was thinking.
Just
Why?
Why? Come on.
What is the point?
Well, it's like saying, what's the point of football?
How?
But
I
if
don't
you move
get this.
on...
I'm not sure about your analogy there, but okay, we'll go for that.
Well, Blackpool suck as do Arsenal. Anyway, if Unique asked about the Christmas event, and we do actually have the Christmas event as a topic. So, like the gift of giving and the imps. The dogs were cute, though. The dogs were cute. But it was better than the old events, in my opinion. But it still hadn't got a story.
Yeah, I think I was expecting something like the old events. So I still remember a Halloween event from a while ago where you ended up in Death's house and you did this, that, and the other.
Oh, good
And
times.
really, what
That
the
was a good
Christmas
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good time. Exactly. Whereas the Christmas event was pretty much go around, find a few dogs, and then trade quite a few times with people for the gift of giving.
Yeah.
And it was fun, but I still don't think it was quite what the
It was
previous
better than
events
the Halloween event. It was better than the previous Halloween event. Finding the
I
guys.
didn't do the Christmas event.
No, same. I normally I can be bothered. I want to try and get every piece of armor there is, every kind of outfit, but
I hate
this
leaving
year-
gaps in my house.
I just couldn't be bothered this year. I don't know why.
I didn't want to do it.
Lazy.
I
Yeah.
don't leave in gaps in my house. That's the only reason.
Oh dear.
Them construction noobs.
Yeah. What? No one goes in your house anyway ever. It's like
Yeah, they do.
rarely.
Still, when
They
they
go for your
do.
99 construction party, that's about it.
Just saying, I removed a 7 mil staircase for a Rune Zone event once, which
You removed
Nathan
a what, sorry?
crashed. I removed a marble spiral staircase, which for an event which Nathan completely crashed.
Build another.
Yeah.
I did.
That's
I did.
the
I
idea
had to
of
replace.
construction, you just build another.
I had to replace it to max my house out, which I haven't completely done because when you hit 99, you can build another room. And I'm just finishing that room, and I've got a max house.
See what annoys
I
me
love
about
how
construction.
Kathy once again steered it towards construction.
Okay, let's move on then. Fine. Hell Norman says, "What is your favourite quest and why?" John, go. Which we
Blood
didn't
Runs
use
Deep.
this time.
Blood Runs
Pardon?
Deep.
Oh.
Blood Runs Deep, which no
Why?
one's ever heard of. It's the
Why?
No, I remember that one.
Why?
It gave a good reward.
I don't know that one. You get the Balmung from it.
No, yeah, I think the story was kind of passable. That said, I do like the new Rune Mysteries quests. I think the stories for those were awesome. The Ari, whatever her name is, quests. The Wizard's Tower
Just call it
ones. I can't say that. Ari, there you go. Ari.
Harry. Who's Harry?
Harry.
Harry?
Illustrial, what's your favourite quest and why?
Well, I love Cook's Assistant. I think it had a really deep storyline. Also, actually no. In all seriousness, I thought, what was that quest? It was I enjoyed the Grandmaster quest. While Gothic sleeps, Nomad's Requiem. Ritual of Mazrat was very good. Very in depth quest. a lot of fighting going on. Quite difficult, but good quest. A favourite though. Oh, come back to me.
Imp Catcher.
Love that one.
Okay, mine was Rat Catcher. Actually, I loved Rat Catcher. Everyone
why?
hated it. Everyone hated it, but I loved it because it's like it was a
That
puzzle.
quest was so annoying.
No, it wasn't, because it was a puzzle and you just had to work it out and go at the right times. And I love doing that kind of stuff. And there's not enough games like that on the internet. And I've spent I'll be bored for an hour and someone else is DJing, so I literally have nothing to do. So I'll spend an hour googling the internet trying to find a game like that. But I can't find a decent game where it's just you get sent back to the start if you get caught or something. Like that the thieving minigame thing with the spirits of each season. That's awesome.
Sorcerer's Guard.
Yeah, I love the ones like that.
Oh, like things you got to dodge stuff.
Yeah, and stuff like that. And it doesn't involve killing anything, because killing is mean. But Josh, what's yours?
I'd say my favourite would be the mixture of Wild Gothic Sleeps and Ritual of the Madrat. Or Maharat, however you say it.
Majorat, I think.
The Madrat, there you go. Majorat.
Yeah, that.
Maharaja?
Maharaja.
Okay.
The ritual of the boss things. Purely because of obviously the storyline, and it took me forever to do, which is what I love.
Right.
I don't know. Don't ask me why. I don't know how.
Jake in the chat box says his is Recipe for Disaster.
I hated that one. I've still
hang on. I tell you what a good quest was. One small favour.
Oh, that was brilliant. That was brilliant.
I like kind of quests that send you all over RuneScape. That literally did send you all over RuneScape just to talk to one guy. He send you to talk to another person. He sends you to talk to another person, so on and so on. I thought that was it wasn't obviously the most exciting quest in the world, but I thought it was a good quest because it gets you going places.
My opinion on it is, which Jagex mod thought, hey, how many people can we troll with one quest?
True. Well, but Unique also then asks, following on, your favourite quest series. Just saying the Penguins one's a series, so
I saw that coming, to be honest.
Josh, what's yours?
The one with the Maharat quest series.
Mr. Illustrial?
I'll probably second that. Although a close second would be the series with the vampire people and whatnot.
I'm gonna say the elves.
Oh yeah.
Because I love where that quest series is going, but I just hate how they haven't finished it yet.
Mm-hmm.
What Mark always says it's on his list of things to do, doesn't he?
Yeah, but
always at the bottom.
Priority. I don't know. Mine would be, I have no idea. I don't do quests, but I quite like the ones with history in them. I love history, both RuneScape and in real. So sort of ones with the Varrock ones, the history ones that involve gods. But there's tons of things all over the place when it comes to that, really. But I don't know. I don't do quests enough, and I haven't done the higher ones to be able to actually understand the storyline. So.
Why don't you do quests?
Quests.
Why don't you do quests?
I've got I used to be 30 points away from quest tape, and then they introduced loads of other quests, and it's can't be bothered, and I did an Illustrial and just went up later, but I never did that later, basically, if that answers your question.
Did an Illustrial, okay.
Yeah.
Is that a new turn of phrase?
I also forgot the time and didn't realise that I needed to be somewhere. So, Nick says, how do you pronounce different names of Gielinor? So I know Ardoin's one that's much debated over.
Oh, sorry, I just got Kathy's joke there. Sorry, I'm delaying here. Oh, delayed reaction there. Took me a minute. I was like, what?
You couldn't be bothered. You couldn't be bothered to see what she was on about. So you
couldn't bother to think about it
for later.
Good one. Should give her a round of applause for that. thank you. Right. Anyway, carry on. Sorry, I interrupted you there.
Yes. Anyway, so different places of like pronouncing stuff. I can't pronounce stuff. You might have noticed.
I make things up as I go along, and it's not the best. Well, I'm not going to embarrass myself by saying how bad I say things.
See, with places on RuneScape though, most of the time you just type in them out, so it's no big deal if you can't pronounce places. I mean, what did I used? It was like I used to think Karamja was Karajama because I couldn't read it properly. I was like, oh, Karamja. Okay.
I called that Banana Island.
Banana Island.
Yeah.
I read so fast, I don't pick up how to pronounce them. I don't look at the separate bits of the words. So canvas is like canvas for me.
I like Karajama. We should definitely send Jagex the suggestion to rename Karamja to Karajama.
Was it Karajama or I don't know how I used to pronounce it. It was dodgy though.
Yeah, yeah.
Everything was
The
dodgy.
names
Hang on,
is-
Well, yeah.
I'm opening up the world map. What have we got? Let's have a look on the world map.
Oh.
It's loading. It's loading. Come on, load, you bloody thing. Ardoin is obviously a troll.
I say Ardoin though.
I say Ardugni because I couldn't.
I said something similar to that.
I
Ardugni.
Yeah, like that.
I remember back in the day.
And
I watched like this YouTube video and it was like a rap on all the places of runes, and it stopped at Ardoin and it did tons of like variations. And I was thinking, but it's just Ardoin and nobody ever. And I never thought it would be hard to pronounce. It's like the only one I've sure on how to pronounce, apart from
how
stuff
about
like Camelot.
How about the Elfland place?
Letia, I say Letia because
No.
Later.
North.
Tarawani or whatever.
Yes.
I've never actually seen how. I've never looked at it properly.
Tirunwin.
Tirun. I don't know how you spell it either.
Then you got Prifdinas.
Oh, that was just useless.
I used to say
There.
Prifindas.
How about Yeah, that.
Polonaric.
Polnivniich.
I'll be honest here, and however my mum pronounces it, I'll pronounce it. I don't know how to say any of that. I haven't been half of these places, so I'll just follow that.
All I want to know is why there's obviously a Jagex mod has sat down in a meeting, probably with other Jagex mods, and he said, right, we're making a desert place for RuneScape. We need some place names, so we can have Bandit Camp, maybe Bedabin Camp, maybe, and Mining Camp, a quarry. What should we name the big city? Polnivniich or something. Okay.
And Sofanum.
I bet if people will look them up in another language, they probably mean something.
Googling it.
Or they relate to some kind of like, I don't know, historical language or something. Some really sad person wrote down and wrote like an elf language or something, and they've nicked it from there.
I like how they renamed the barbarian village to Gunner's Grun.
I'm not quite sure about that one. Barbarian's Village. It was simple, obvious, and I knew how to say it.
I used to call it Barb Village.
It still says Barbarian Village on the world map.
Yeah, I know.
The reason they renamed it to Gunner's Grun is because it's basically the new Romeo and Juliet, and they couldn't really leave it as Barbarian Village because the quest title is Gunner's Ground. So they
They could have called it Barbarian. They could have done it. They could have found a way.
Barbarian Gunner's Grun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why
sure.
not?
I don't know why not.
Trollheim. That's got to be something to do with trolling.
Yeah.
They like their Heims, don't they? Trollheim, Demonheim.
Heim Crab.
Does Heim actually mean anything anywhere, like in another language, or?
I don't know.
Google it.
Yeah, because I don't know.
Heim is the German Norwegian equivalent of the English word home.
That's probably why.
Trollheim. That makes sense.
Trollhome. Oh,
okay,
I get it now.
We have
Yeah,
had.
that makes
We've
sense.
had a very good question from Hell Norman. McDonald's or Burger King?
McDonald's.
Oh, God.
McDonald's.
I have to go with McDonald's too because, yeah.
Crispy chicken and bacon wrap, $1.99
You know,
Friday and Sunday.
McDonald's is only good when you haven't got somewhere to be.
20 chicken nuggets.
If you have somewhere to
Oh, she didn't just go there, did she? You know, I love McDonald's, especially when you've got places to be at 7 o'clock on a Sunday night.
yeah.
Yeah, and talking about stuff.
Actually, I'll tell you, it wasn't my fault. I said to Nathan, "Be here at 5:30, and then we'll go." What time does he get here? 6:10.
Tell you what you can do for me. You can slap him.
So you're blaming Nathan.
Anyway, either way, I'm very angry at both of them. Sprite says that the Prifendanis or whatever, or however you pronounce, we've been through this one, is the capital city in Welsh or something. Is capital city in Welsh, so that's probably why it looks elfish, because that's what Welsh people are, and capital city.
Oh god,
Slightly offensive.
I love Welsh people; they're awesome. Anyway, so going on to the topics again. Hell Norman, what was your favourite update in 2012?
Well, I think EOC's out the window for me.
Least favourite update, even.
Oh, least favourite update, EOC.
I just think you haven't gotten used to it.
Yeah,
I've played it for 2 hours, and that's probably about it.
Yeah, Josh, I restarted pretty much straight away after EOC, so I've sort of had to get to know it to get better, and I have to say I have a lot more fun on my new account than my old account, because you level up, so you get some sort of sense of achievement. At the same time, that sort of keeps you going, rather than when you hit, say, a level 90 skill, you just sort of have to grind out, because personally I don't like the grinding. And you just sort of grind out when you hit 90, and it just doesn't quite keep you going. And I think at a lower level, obviously you level up faster, so you get more motivation to keep going. And for me, that's really what's got me into EOC.
I love what Nathan just put in the chat box, but go on, continue.
What did Nathan put? Just to clarify, I'm not responsible for Illustrial's time management.
So Illustrial,
unless he wants to become an assistant senior leader.
Illustrial, I think we're going to have a discussion when we go off air about your time management. Anyway,
I'm going to buy Illustrial a watch for his birthday.
He doesn't deserve a watch.
I have a phone which makes noises.
We'll find him a nice phone
Apple, that's why he's late.
No. The phone is fine, okay? It's nothing wrong with the phone. Because you were texting me at 10 to 7, like, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? And I'm like, I'm coming home. And then just stop.
I was texting you, but nothing came back.
Sorry.
Rejected.
Thanks.
Lindsay Starling or Ariana Grande?
I think we have the wrong people in this call for that question. I think
Simon.
We need Simon and Vanilla. I think. And they'll probably both go mad and say one or the other.
I'd say
you didn't ask me what my worst update was.
What was your worst update?
What's update then?
Squeal of Fortune. Throwing a long ball there, you know. You weren't expecting that from me, were you?
No, because you love your squeal spins.
I love my spins, but worst update, Squeal of Fortune.
Do you know? I think the worst possible one apart from EOC was
what?
Player imports.
You don't like it?
No, I haven't even played it.
No. The fact you don't like it is neither here nor there. But you've labelled that as the worst update. Why? Tell me why right now.
Because I don't like it.
Why?
I don't know. It's just something that I don't want to get involved in.
Why is he here? Can we get rid of him, please?
No, we can't. Besides, we're rounding up this section of the show shortly. But let's just finish Ark's question. Sterling or Grande? I can't pronounce the second name. Why do people have
Lindsay Sterling or Ariana Grande?
Grenade.
Grenade.
Ariana the Grenade.
Grande? No.
Grandad?
I'm sure Simon's going to kill us all for this. But okay.
Ariana Grandad. Oh my god, really?
John, let's just call her Grande. Sterling or Grande?
Considering I've never listened to the second one, Grandad, I'd have to go with the first one because I've listened to one of her songs.
Okay.
I love my granddad.
Do you know?
Yeah, he's great.
Josh, what about you?
Because I've never actually heard a Lindsay Sterling song, I'm going to go with Ariana.
and Illustrial.
Lindsay Sterling, because, you know, I don't like the grandad person.
We just saw Lindsay Sterling going.
Ariana has too much duck face and too much fake tan, so I'm going to have to go with Sterling because she's actually prettier.
Ooh.
A rainy grenade.
A rainy grenade.
That's what Eggbrow says. A rainy grenade.
Right,
Nice.
so that's the new name, is it?
Yeah, let's go with
Can
a
we get back on track, please?
Yes, that's the new name. Right, should we round? Okay.
Hang on. Let's do one more talk show topic, which is pretty much aimed at Illustrial. Hang on, let me find it.
What's your best Squeal of Fortune loot?
No.
1,000 coins.
Relaunch of the
50
YouTube
GP.
channel, videos, and the channel. Is it,
I discussed this the other day.
Yeah, but
Oh, yes.
discuss it now. It's a
So
finishing
basically,
topic.
we're going to get a video to talk about each week, and it's preferably going to be a Rune Zone one if Illustrial can get them out, and if not, we're going to choose the RuneScape one. So obviously, we've had a video this week, surprise, surprise. So that's what we're talking about. You made it, and it's about you making videos.
It's all about me, isn't it?
Oh,
Okay.
oh.
Well,
It's
I've
about
explained
timekeeping.
right. I've explained this in the video, but I will explain it again for those of you who haven't seen our video. Although this really wouldn't interest you if you've not seen the video. But we're relaunching the channel with all our guides, update videos. Although I say that, but there was an update this week and we didn't cover it. Lovely work, Illustrial. We're also going to be having our regular series on there. And in fact, this little talk show, RuneTalk, we've got going on at the moment, that'll be uploaded there as well. So if you've missed any of this, then make sure you keep an eye out on our channel for that. Yeah.
Channel name?
RuneZone Videos, youtube.com/RuneZone Videos. So that'd be quickly. youtube.com/RuneZone Videos.
I think that is the end. We are going to be playing one or two songs, and then we will be back on air with a surprise. I bet none of you will see this coming. So thank you to Illustrial and Josh, and we'll be with you shortly. Okay, guys, hello, we're back. And with us we have the RuneTalk.
Hello.
At the end of every of our shows, we're going to have a surprise quiz. So we're not going to tell you. James didn't know he was coming on air until we added him to the call. So basically, you have no preparation for it whatsoever. We just run through a few things with you and then go back on air. So John has the questions. Do you want to start now, or do you want to go through everything?
We'll just quickly read out how the quiz will work. So we've got Josh and Illustrial this week. So each week, the two guests that we'll have will remain in the call for the quiz. And they'll be effectively phone a friends. So if James gets stuck and needs help, he can ask Illustrial once and Josh once. And each time he asks, when he asks either one, we'll stop the clock so that they can answer and it won't affect James. And then we'll go back, whether they know the answer or not, it'll go back to James, and James can give the final answer. If he gets 6 questions right, he'll win 200k. If he gets all 10 right, he'll win 300k. I don't think I've forgotten anything. Have I forgotten anything?
I don't think so.
James,
Yes.
are you ready?
Ready, I guess, as I
Dun,
can
dun.
be.
Kathy, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
No, can we do this like they do on Gladiators?
Are you ready?
All right.
James, ready. Kathy, ready. 3, 2, 1. I don't have a whistle, okay? Right, okay,
I'll buy you a whistle and then you can use it next week.
Okay, we'll use a whistle next week.
Just
Time starts now. Name a Bruno Mars song.
Grenade.
Name one city where you can build a god statue.
Find a friend.
Which one?
Josh.
Palador.
Oh, thank God.
Okay. I'm gonna take Josh's answer at Falador, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, what is the GP reward for Rune Lotto?
1 mil.
Name a Rune Zone staff team.
Content team.
What is the name of the new Jagex game?
Ace of Spades.
What book related to the Lord of the Rings has recently been turned into a film?
The Hobbit.
Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr are all types of what website?
Social networking.
Name a fruit.
Orange.
What is 12 times 6?
Gets calculator out. No, Butterfriend, Illustrial.
72, I believe.
It's 12
He's good at maths. Just not time.
Illustrial.
72.
Yeah, should we go with 72?
Yes.
Okay. Bees typically make what noise?
Bzzz.
I'll take that. Okay, that was about 1 minute and 6 seconds. Kathy, if you've got the answers?
Yeah, I have. He got all of them right, apart from Josh's one.
Ha!
Oh,
Oh, come on,
You
Josh.
cannot build
I
it.
haven't done God statues yet, so I don't know.
You cannot build it in Falador. You can build it in either. Your choices were Lumbridge, Canifis, or the place I can't pronounce. Near Yanil, the ogre type place that I can't pronounce or remember the name of. Yeah, that one. Or you're making me think here. Tavale.
I would have said Varrock, so.
I thought it was Varrock at first, but no.
Yeah.
So you did get 200k. You were 1 point off 300. So congratulations there. If you want to meet me in game once we get off air, I can give that to you.
Alright, sounds good. Thank you.
So whilst Josh unfortunately meant you can't have 300k, you do have 200k.
I
And
think
we're
Josh
doing.
should give him 100k.
Yeah, Josh, you should pay him that 100k. You made him this
I'll
out.
pay him the 100k. I can pay him the 100k.
Okay. You get your 300k.
And then you'll get. I'll pay the 100k.
Anyway.
Josh is just like, how did I not know that?
That was not in the terms and conditions of this call.
Josh, we talked about it on the talk show. How did you not know about it?
I don't know.
Anyway.
I blame Kathy.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah.
Anyway, shall we
We'll wrap that. We hopefully want to do RuneTalk every week. We might make it 2 hours long, depending on it. Give us your feedback in the topic that Josh has actually pinned to the top of the chat box. Also, if you're interested in coming on air with us, we're going to hopefully be getting one person to talk with, and then obviously the surprise member for the quiz. So make sure you leave us your Skype name. It is important we get your Skype name. Some of you I have on Skype already, but if you please leave your Skype name just in case. I mean, a few people have expressed interest but not left it. So we need your Skype name. You can read through that, and I am off air in 6 minutes, and then John will be taking over, I believe.
Yeah, can I just add one more thing? Next week we will probably be contacting everyone so far who's left their Skype names just to run through things like whether you've actually got a good mic, whether you sound good, whether you haven't got anything background noise. So don't be worried, or don't be excited if you get a message from either me or Kathy next week about talking to us in a Skype call.
We don't bite too much.
Kathy does, I don't.
Yeah. Kathy bites.
Oh, that's mean. Anyway,
Nah,
thank
just
you
kidding.
again to Illustrial for being only
For being late.
seconds late.
You're welcome.
Josh for being here perfectly and on time, and
Thank you.
when
no
we
problem.
wanted him. And Josh, you're amazing.
you.
John for obviously doing this with me. He's helped me with a lot of it.
Yep.
James for letting us spring it on him.
And thank you for listening.
Yes. That sounds lame. You'll never say that on this show again.
Kathy, we call it RuneTalk. What do you expect?
We'll see you all next week, hopefully. Thank you for listening. Up now, I have Bullet for Valentine, Tears Don't Fall, a request from Tear Astro 4. Enjoy next week, hopefully.
Money Masters, fun challenges, and regular update discussions. We've got it all. Leave us a like and check out RuneZone videos on YouTube today.